let's talk about how you can get more views on TikTok. Now, this is a very important conversation for anyone who's trying to grow on TikTok this year. And the reason why is because more views equals more people equals more followers, and more followers equals more money, more sales for your brand, greater impact, more clout for your social status. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve, I'm willing to bet that you're not going to be able to achieve that goal without increasing the amount of views that your content gets on TikTok. So that's what we're going to dive into today. But before we do, I wanted to let you know that this video is sponsored by HubSpot. More about HubSpot later on in the video. And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I upload new content every single week. Okay, so I'm going to kick off with a hack that I feel like you've probably not heard before. And the hack is to lean into regional humor. So just bear with me for 1 second. What a lot of people don't realize about TikTok is it's unique in the sense that as a creator, when you upload content, it is primarily shown to people who are in your location. So people who are in the same region as you or people who are in the same country as you, right? And a lot of people don't realize that because it's quite different from other social networking platforms when actually your content is pretty much distributed globally. Now, why does that matter? Well, because our content is being primarily shown to people who are in our region or location, we have an opportunity to lean into our kind of regional humor or our country humor or characteristics, you know, things like slang that people in our area use, just funny in-jokes that we all have with people in our community. If you lean into those jokes and that type of humor, that is when you end up getting a lot of engagement because people can relate to you so much more because you're no longer just a random creator speaking to them. Now you're a creator who gets them. You're a creator who uses similar slang to what they use. You're a creator who understands how cold the winters get where you live, right? So some examples of this. The main one I want to show, I can't remember his name, but I'm going to put his TikTok account on the screen. He does these like skits where he talks about the different London boroughs and how they react to different things. And it's like, I love it because I'm from London. So his content is being primarily shown to people who are from the UK or from London. So therefore the people who see his content are like, oh my God, that's so true. That's so funny. And they just get it. Would that have worked as well if his humor was more generic? No, it wouldn't have. And keep in mind that this isn't a hack that you can only use if you are like a comedic creator. You can actually integrate this type of humor or this type of messaging or content into your TikTok post, regardless of the niche you're in and regardless of the type of content that you create, right? So don't hold back on sharing like an in-joke that you know people from your location will get. Share it because honestly, it's gonna make it so much easier for your audience to bond with you and to make it easier for you to stand out against more generic creators. Next hack, do not sleep on your captions. Now, whenever I have this conversation with people, they're like, no, Jade, I don't want to hear it. They're like, no. I'll just hit myself. I'm fine, don't worry. They don't want to hear me talk about the fact that you should still be paying attention to your captions on TikTok because everyone hates writing captions. Not everyone, most people though, like I don't really like it either if I'm being completely honest. Now I want to make it clear that I'm not saying that you now need to start writing paragraphs and paragraphs for your captions like we all used to do back in the day on Instagram. I'm not saying you have to do that. What I am saying though is that you have to give it some thought as to what your caption might be, and here is the reason why. First of all, TikTok is gearing itself up to become a really popular search platform. Fun fact, most Gen Z actually go to TikTok before they go to Google when they're searching for something, right? And TikTok know that, they're leaning into it and they want to position themselves as a really great place for people to search for different things and find content for whatever it is they're searching for. Now, in order for TikTok to get better at that, they need to be able to read all of our content and understand what it's about so that it can effectively recommend your content to people who are searching for it, okay? One of the ways that they're going to do that is by reading your captions. So that's why it's important not to sleep on them. I'm not saying you need to start just throwing in loads of like random words in there to describe what you're talking about, and don't force it, but just remember that having a caption which is related to the subject of your video in some way, shape or form might actually help you when it comes to people's ability to find your content when they're searching for it. Not only that, but your captions could be a really great place for you to reinforce whatever the hook is in your TikTok. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a hook is something that appears on the screen within the first few seconds of your TikTok that hooks your audience in. It grabs their attention. Sometimes it's a title, sometimes it's a really interesting clip or video or photo, whatever it might be, it needs to get your audience's attention, get them to stop scrolling. That is what your hook is. Now, your caption could be a really great opportunity for you to reinforce that hook. Whether you're just repeating what the hook says, like, guys, watch this if you're about to get married, something like that, right? I watch a lot of those TikToks. But whatever your hook might be, your caption is a really great place for you to reinforce that hook and hopefully increase the chances of you stopping your audience whilst they're scrolling and actually get them to watch your TikTok. Now, I want to take a moment to share a resource with you, which is going to be incredibly helpful to anyone who's using TikTok, but especially those business owners out there who are using TikTok to promote their business. Now, TikTok has become an incredibly useful promotional tool for businesses. In fact, thousands of businesses have seen a huge increase in awareness and sales thanks to TikTok's business tools. Now, in order for you to make the most of TikTok's business tools, you need to have a really impactful inbound marketing strategy. Now, time for Jade's marketing moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, inbound marketing is basically when you have a strategy that is designed to attract people to your business, attract people to your brand, pull them in, right? Now, if you're unsure on how to create an inbound marketing strategy for your TikTok channel, then do not stress, because HubSpot have very kindly created a free guide for you that is going to massively help you out. It's called The Marketer's Guide to TikTok for Business. So this guide will help you understand how to use TikTok for business, including content creation tips. It will also help you learn how to advertise on TikTok, including their top tips for using TikTok's ad manager. Now, my favorite section of the guide is on page 20. It includes a really simple breakdown of the key do's and don'ts for TikTok marketing, and it's a great reference point for you to refer back to for future campaigns. This guide is a must read for anyone developing their TikTok marketing strategy for 2023. So if you want to get your hands on the free copy, then please head to my description because there is a link in there. Okay, so next hack. I would like you to encourage binging on your TikTok channel by using the playlist feature. Now, let me break down why binging is basically like the golden nugget. I don't think that's a good way of saying it. The golden egg of social media. That doesn't work. Sorry guys, it's like 7 a.m. here, I'm really tired. What I'm trying to say is, when you get people to binge your content on any social media platform, that is like your golden ticket, that's better, to success on that platform. The reason why is because if someone is binging your content, not only does it mean that your content is valuable in some way, so maybe it's entertaining, it's inspirational, whatever that value is, but it also means that someone loves it so much that they actually want to continuously watch more of your content, which normally leads to more views across your content. It almost always results in a new follower, and you sometimes end up getting a bit of an advocate from it too. So that's basically someone who truly supports your channel and spreads the word about your channel as well. This can all happen if you manage to cook someone in and get them to binge your content. Now, the reason I talk about the playlist feature, because on TikTok, this is your best way to achieve that. So what you want to do is create some kind of series, some kind of group or selection of content that is related to each other in some way, and use the playlist feature to group all of that content together. By doing so, if someone comes across one of those videos on their For You page and you hook them in, it's a good video. If you mention the fact that there's a full playlist either at the end of the video or in the caption for the video, then you're increasing the chances of them clicking on that playlist and wanting to binge the rest of your content. So, quick hack from me, but a very effective one. Final hack for me, be topical. Think about what's going on in the world, and specifically in your location. Refer back to the first hack that I gave you in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Think about what's going on around you and think about how you can talk about that and turn that into content that's related to your own personal brand for TikTok. So what I'm referring to here, things like the cost of living crisis, which is happening definitely in the UK and potentially in loads of other countries as well. Now, when I see content creators talk about the cost of living crisis, even if they're talking about it through the lens of their own niche, it is something that will automatically grab my attention because it's something that's at the forefront of my mind. Now, I know that's a bit of a depressing example, but I want you to think about things that are happening around you and think about things that your audience will care about, okay? Don't force it. Also, I'm not encouraging you to speak very heavily on a topic that you maybe don't know much about, so there's a fine balance here. But if you're sharing your opinion, your thoughts, your methods and tactics for making it through a certain time of your life that you know other people can relate to, that is the type of content that people will find really interesting, really valuable, and will probably stop them scrolling and make them want to watch the rest of your video. So be topical, keep your content relevant. Okay, so those are all of my hacks. Do not forget to check out HubSpot's free guide for marketing on TikTok. It's available to download, again, for free in my description. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about the recent changes that are coming to TikTok. It's a very important video to watch if you are trying to grow on that platform this year. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I can't wait to see you in my next video.